So if you want an RTX 3080, what's the best way to get one amidst this huge stock shortage? Nvidia said until 2021, we're not really going to have any at all. Basically, are you stuck trying to pay these scalpers outrageous prices to be able to get a GPU? Well, I may have a pretty good option from EVGA that may certainly be your best bet. So let's talk about it. Hey guys, Tiago with Classical Technology here. Remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment below. What have you tried in order to be able to find one of these new RTX GPUs? Alright, so the search has been pretty crazy for an RTX 3080, 3090. Let's not even talk about the 3070. I think that's going to be its own very special story. So time and time again, I thought these massive companies, especially dealing with artificial intelligence like Nvidia has, why can't they think of an intelligent queue system or something that at least gives people a little bit more security when they're trying to order the GPU? Basically, what happened here is when things went in stock, people saw, notify me, automatically go to out of stock. They never really saw the ad in cart. They never even had a fighting chance to order the GPU. And this happened within the first few seconds of the launch. We're not talking about like an hour later or even 10 minutes later or even 2 or 3 minutes later. These websites would glitch. They would go down. So basically, people couldn't get the GPUs at all. And then they're left with a little bit of uncertainty. In my comments, I've seen so many people write, oh, I sold my 20 series thinking that the 30 series was going to be great, widely available. And of course, they do perform great. They kind of lived up to most of the hype that we can say. It's part of the reason why they're sold out everywhere. But they're not available, or at least not readily available. You really have to jump through hoops in order to be able to get them. So basically, let's say right now where we are, what's the best solution if you want to get an RTX 3080 or even RTX 3090, without having to go on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, pay a crazy scalper price. And I'm sure you guys have seen the story lately of the MSI subsidiary on eBay selling some of these 3080s at really inflated prices. So we want to try to avoid that. You want to try to get these already expensive GPUs. I know people are going crazy for the RTX 3080, but that's still a $699 GPU. Not everybody has the budget for that. And then when you add in the scalper price above that, it really makes it unattainable and it makes people more and more frustrated. So to answer some of our prayers and some of our questions, EVGA seems to be like the first company to finally have an intelligent system for ordering these GPUs. And in fact, I've seen some results from it myself. I've seen some people that have already been able to get these GPUs from EVGA. Basically, a lot of these companies have a notify me email, like Newegg has it, Best Buy has it, EVGA has had it. Traditionally, in this launch, they haven't worked very well. They've had the same type of glitches as we've had in the launch in general. But now, EVGA has a much smarter queue system that, let's say you sign up for the GPU, there's a page that tells you which GPUs you actually signed up to get notifications for. So basically, you feel more firm and more confident that your actual notification went through. And then you're put in sort of like a queue system. Whenever the GPUs are available, you don't have to try to wake up at midnight with like a really fast reflexes, a 360 hertz monitor to try to refresh your page with F5 just to be able to catch a glimpse of that add to cart button. Those days, at least with the EVGA's new system, is pretty much over because you get there, you're in the queue. Whenever they have a GPU available for you, and who knows if it could take weeks or months, eventually they will because they're going to manufacture demand according to what they see out there. And I'm sure a notification system like this helps them see how many people are interested. Not everybody's going to buy when they get that notification, but I think with the RTX 3080, we can assume that at least a large percentage of people will buy, especially when they get that opportunity, and considering it's not likely they're going to find another GPU in the meantime. So I think a queue system like this is really, really good because it sort of restores some of that consumer confidence. If you want to buy something, the worst thing that you can do is really, not find it at all. And then you're uncertain in terms of your build and what you're going to do. You don't know when it's going to be in stock. At least you know what the motto is. Let's say if you sign up for like an EVGA for the Win 3, you know that when you get that notification, that's that model. The way it was before, if you did get a notification, you would just have to get whatever comes first, whatever model sort of available first from the other companies as well, if you did it like on Newegg or something like that. So this, at least you have some idea that you're in some type of queue, like your GPU's coming at some time. Believe it or not, even if it's months away, that's going to give people peace of mind and therefore reducing frustration levels. Because the worst thing is feeling that these GPUs are like imaginary or paper launches, or you're never going to see them. Or if you sign up for a notification, it goes into some type of, big internet machine that you're never really going to, see the end of it. So at least knowing that you're on the queue, being able to actually visually see the GPUs that you signed up for, that's going to help restore a lot of consumer confidence, sort of in a launch that's really been lacking that. We've had a lot of these issues, and it's cool to see EVGA actually doing these steps in order to make this happen. Now, historically, EVGA certainly has been one of the favorite third-party GPU companies from different people, just because they seem to really think about the customer and they really want that customer experience to be good. A few reasons, like for example, they have a step up program. Let's say if you had an older GPU, you wanted to step up to the RTX 3080. That's definitely a good way to do it. That was also a good way to you to get into kind of like a queue system as well. That's one of the reasons people like EVGA. Another one, they always have had great warranty and customer service support. So if something's broken or something happens down the line, they've always seemed to be very responsive. I think the community in general has agreed that EVGA is pretty good on that end. And of course, not to mention, they definitely produce some great GPUs. I love that sort of industrial look of something like For the Win 3 or even that XC3, really thick GPUs. They look pretty unique, nice and industrial, really beefy. So in general, having EVGA really think about the consumer, having some type of queue system is absolutely fantastic. I'm very happy to see at least one company starting to do this. Hopefully the other ones can start this process as well. And not to mention, EVGA certainly has one of the most active sort of social media presence as well. EVGA Jacob, if you guys have seen his Twitter, he's always updating, oh, this is in stock, or, we're going to get stock next week. He really talks to the community, I think, much more than some of the other companies. And the other companies, like Asus and things of that nature, they produce fantastic products as well. So this is no sort of reflection on the product itself. I just like to see that EVGA is being very proactive in terms of how they approach the customer. They inform the customer of what's going to be available, when they can get it, giving them more security. And of course, more people are going to go to EVGA now because it's going to be an actual like concrete place. It's going to be a more real place that they have a better chance at actually getting a GPU. At least they get some feedback and it just doesn't go into some magical system. At least they know, all right, I'm in some type of queue. It may take a while, but at least my name is in there. So at least they're going to have a chance. And I think they give you like a 5-hour window when they get the notification, which is much better than like the 0.02 second window that you would get before with these type of websites, which is basically impossible unless you were like a bot or something like that. And this also kind of solves a lot of those issues with bots, because now you actually have people in the queue system and EVGA maybe has more time to verify or whatever's going on. So this is definitely a step in the right direction. And considering that these GPU shortages, according to NVIDIA, are going to go well into 2021, I think more systems like these are going to be absolutely vital, or else people are going to be more and more frustrated. And then when AMD comes with their GPUs, if they happen to have stock, even if the performance is a little bit below NVIDIA, you're going to see a lot of people jumping ship just because of that consumer trust and that customer experience. So it's very important that NVIDIA and the partners make sure that they have these systems in place. This is a great step in the right direction. And I hope AMD is watching as well and avoid some of these issues that NVIDIA has had with stock. It's great that they're sold out, that there's a lot of demand, but I think they have to be a little more transparent and maybe have better systems in place just so the consumer frustration is at a lower level and at least people have some indication of when they may be able to get a GPU. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next video.